end of week review for what I did in the Nasdaq for Friday, for the week of Monday 12th to Friday 16th, January 2026. I'll mark out some levels that were salient to me. I was watching this level, that is 10th December 2025 high. And I was watching this level as well because we were in close proximity to this level, so I had to include it in my charts. Then I was watching this level, that's I'll label this one as Friday 12th December 2025. That's 12 December. Then I had this level here as well. I also had the there's an imbalance here on the daily. I also had the new week open gap, that is this Friday 9th candle and Monday 12th candle open, so I would mark that out as well. That's the low and that is the high. Yeah, so I'll drop down to the 1 hour time frame. And on Monday, January 12th, price traded up all to this level, and I was watching this candle for a reversal during the PM session. I'll put on my executions and I'll drop down to the 5 minutes time frame and talk about what I did. So on Monday, price ran up to the new week open gap high. Traded up to the new week open gap high. I sold, but then I realized I was offside and I closed my position for a 12-point loss, and then I came back. I went long. I wasn't getting the price action I wanted, and I closed here. I would have been stopped out because I had my stop loss below this candle's low, and then I came back during the PM session at 1:30, but I took the trade at 12:02:05, and then I was aiming for, there was an old high on this level here. Yeah, I was aiming for this old high, and that imbalance we had on the 25th of December. Yes, this imbalance here. So I took the setup during the PM session. This was a PM session long to continue the impulse from the open price, and I exited the position here at 305. I took another sell because I wanted to see these lows taken out with the final hour session retracement. We also had open range gap, which I'll toggle to later in the video. I had open range gap here. I was acting as draw. We also had the new day open gap. That's Monday's new day open gap, which is also the new week open gap below price this level. So these were my targets for the PM session, and I sold my position here at this low. I took my positions off at this low. The time was 15:05. That was about 20 minutes to the session close. So I banked here for 40 points, and that was a plus 50 points for the day. Later in the Asian session, price traded to these lows. On Tuesday was CPI. I was not available. I was not looking at the charts, and this was what price did with that level on the daily time frame. Went just above it, sold off, stayed in the new week open gap area, and on Wednesday there was a drop on Wednesday here. This is when Wednesday's price action. I put a marker on the midnight so I can, and yeah, price sold off, leaving this imbalance prior to the 9:30 open. Meanwhile, I was watching Monday's low, which was also in line with this fair value level that was outlined on the daily time frame. There's that imbalance fair value level that I put the fib on. Let me zoom out here so I can see this is also Monday's low. This is Monday's low. And price was respecting a fair value here. So at the open, I sold short. There was also SMT divergence between these highs and the Dow 30. So when I saw that divergence, it was a confirmation for me to go short here, and I took a short for 50 points here. There was an open range gap above price, but that was not of much interest to me because of how price was on the daily time frame. I wanted to see price reach for these lows and then these lows, but price traded to about a quarter of the open range gap. I think the open range gap was from around here to somewhere around here, somewhere close to the open of the new open gap high. So at the 25%, I just sold, and price was bearish for the rest of the day till we got to the midpoint of that imbalance on the daily time frame, and there was a reversal here at 1:30. That was very, very nice to see. And at the final hour session macro, that is the 15 p.m. 3 p.m. to close the session, we had a retracement that went for this high that went for that high London session, going into Thursday's trading. I did not do anything on Thursday's trading. I was just tip reading because I had made 100 points for the week, and I was watching price action. There was an open range gap below price action, that is 9:30 open here. There was also the new day open gap for Thursday, that is this orange level here. And there was also the there was a vacuum here that was needed to be filled, and price sold off during the PM session down to that level. And on Friday, which is today, a similar thing occurred where price rallied high up to these levels, and during the 9:30 there was also a open range gap below price action here, with the new day open gap as draw, that sold off at the open of price action, went to completely close the previous day's open range gap, which I'll toggle to in a second. And this was the closing price of the week, so I'll toggle to the regular trading hours, talk about Monday's trading. Yeah, so it was Monday's trading, and then this was Wednesday's trading that went just halfway of the gap, but my interest was at Monday's low. And then this was Thursday's trading that filled just partial of its gap during the PM session, and this was Friday's that opened and just filled the gap and completed this one, trading into Thursday's new day open gap. I'll go to the 1 hour time frame and toggle back to the electronic trading hour. So with reversal, and then 5 a.m. traded into these levels here, shot through these levels, found support at the midpoint of this gap here. There's a fair value here on the daily time frame, rallied higher, found support at the found resistance at the new week open gap, and sold off. On the 12th, that is Monday 12th till 14th, that's when I closed trading for the week. So 12th till 14th. That's it for this review.